started very wide, but it's hit the crack and gone even further astray after it's pitched.
Again full and again flicked away on the leg side. Hello, hello. My goodness. Lily really did ask for that, and that's really very silly. Javed Miandad, hello. My goodness. Well, this is absolutely disgraceful. It really is absolutely stupid. I cannot understand. Lily actually asked for that. He encroached upon Javed Miandad's line, and we very nearly had ourselves a fight on the ground. I really think that that's very silly, and I think that Greg Chappell is actually having a pretty harsh word there with Dennis Lilly.
I sincerely hope so, because that was a terrible thing to see on the cricket field. It really is taking antagonism far too far. And we're glad to see Greg Chappell come into that. And as you can see, Lily there aiming a kick at Javed Miandad, and Miandad aiming to hit Lily with a bat. And umpire Crafter here doing a very good job.
That was the second part of that incident. In fact, I would suggest that it was started by Lily on this occasion. Lily gets his hands up and in fact moves backwards now to get into Javed Miandad's way, I think. Javed Miandad prepared to go around him. Lily moving across into his way. Now remember, Javed Miandad's out of his crease there. Lily sticking the shoulder into Miandad, and of course Miandad pushing him because it's taking place on the clear ground. But this is about as close as one has ever come to it. Lily moving across, putting his shoulder into Javed Miandad's chest. Miandad has to try and go for his crease because...
With 56 for the first wicket, the Pakistan openers had strengthened their team's position, and Javed Miandad promoted himself to 3 and went right on with the job.
Oh, full pitch, and he whips that down to backward square, and he beats both of them. He beats Garner, who was fine, and Roberts, who was square, and it was beautifully placed.
It really was. Well, he had all the time in the world to hit this delivery, which was a juicy full toss there, just outside the leg stump. A lot of wrist in that stroke.
Nice shot. Broader square this time. Roberts coming around. Knocks it down. Through for 2. Andy Roberts, a very popular player at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, a magnificent competitor, a great outfielder. And that's the danger when you try and bowl a Yorker, is if you don't straight a leg stump. Much in the same vein as Griffith bowled. He's been whipped away, as Bobby Simpson would have done when it's raised the leg stump. Miandad whips it away between the 2 men at fine leg and square leg. Shot, beautiful cricket shot. That's a warrior shot off his toes. Whipped it forward to square leg. I don't think you'd see that from any player in the world.
Colin Croft isn't very pleased with himself for bowling this ball wide of the leg stump. A lot of bottom hand in that stroke and a lot of power, and that absolutely sped over the outfield. It rattled the pickets there. And being given the room to play that stroke.
Well, you just can't bowl this man there. He's very, very strong off the legs. Tipped it away once more for 4. Very strong in that area.
Andy Roberts throws to Miandad. He's got that one away. Very fine. Not even Garner can beat that. Interesting tactical battle going on out there. The umpire comes into it because he's already called wide for Andy Roberts going down the leg side.
Flirting off way down the leg side again, but this time Javed Miandad getting a little bit of bat on that, and Joel Garner down at fine leg is quite square.
Oh, good shot. Beaten Roberts at mid-on. Fine stroke.
That was a beautiful shot, and it was very well hit, and had to be because Roberts was quite deep there, and ball pitched outside off stump, over pitched, and Roberts, although he only had 3 or 4 yards to his left to go to stop that one, was hit far too well to allow him to get there in time.
Javed on 70, Javed Miandad. And he gets it away well over square leg, well placed, going out towards the boundary, and that could be 4. And that's a great start. Only Roberts playing once more down leg side.
Well, that's a great blow for Pakistan. Roberts pitching short. He can't do that in this situation because that enables Miandad to open all the angles and place the ball wherever he wants.
Oh, he's giving himself room, and he could be out, yes, and that's the vital breakthrough. The first time we've seen Javed Miandad give himself much room, gets an edge, and Murray takes the catch.
What an extraordinary shot. Miandad outside the leg stump, an outside edge in that position. It's the only time I've seen anybody caught off the outside edge down the leg side. And that is a tremendous blow, with Roberts keeping the ball up for once and gaining the reward. 4 for 212 now, Pakistan.
Well bowled. Very well bowled that. Didn't been very much in it. Javed's beaten that close field again. Jeff Lawson once more doing the retrieving. So, we're turning now on to 30. Sean Graff now to Javed Miandad.
Whips it through mid-wicket, well placed. Scampering through, he's turned for 2. And back to the third as Lawson does the fielding. It's good placement by Miandad. He found the gap there.
Lawson to Javed Miandad.
It's good deflection. It's 3 more. 45 for 2.
To Javed Miandad.
Oh, it's a glorious shot. Beautiful off drive. Coming to attention, Doug Walters, and he crowded that through the cover region for 4 runs. 14 runs off the over from Lawson. 2 for 54. He breaks it, he just clears square leg, and it's 4 runs, but that was good bowling. Bit of desperation from Miandad, but he cleared square leg. 4 runs results at the end of the over. 2 for 59.
Javed Miandad waiting now for Bresili.
Drives beautifully through cover, beats Lawson, hits the wicket area, and races away for 4 more. So the Pakistan captain really taking up the challenge, getting onto the front foot and punching it through cover. And he does the right thing. He does a la Colin Cowdrey. He just turns it around the corner, racing out towards the boundary, and it makes it. It's suggested by Ian Chappell. Not a lot of power needed, just a deflection. And he's really in fine touch. Oops, and he gets a thick edge, and it's safe. It's racing out towards the boundary, and this is going to be a 13 runs conceded by Bresili. He's not happy, and I'm quite sure his captain's not happy. The end of that over. It's 2 for 72. Oh, and he's taken a chance, and he's gone down the loft. Greg Chappell giving chase, but he's got hold of that. It's over the top of the side screen. 4, says Greg Chappell, so that's 4. That was a big hit. No really need at this stage for Chappell to take any chances. We hit that fairly straight.
Marvellous follow through there from Javed. You notice that the bat went straight through after the ball. And if you can play a lofted shot, that's the...
Sean Graff now to Javed Miandad.
Down the wicket, over the top, and that's his 50. Not a great shot. He was just a little lucky to get away with that. Hughes comes in from the boundary there, and so 50 to Javed Miandad, and a very, very well played 1-2.
He started off in a blaze of glory, Javed Miandad. A little bit slow of late and struggled. And the crowd out there giving him an ovation, but certainly not as good as Kim Hughes received. Javed Miandad faces Greg Chappell. It's in the air, and it's well held away down there. A very nice piece of cricket that, and that is a blow for Pakistan and a great moment for Australia, with Lawson taking a neat catch, very well judged, and Greg Chappell has slipped in again.
Miandad whipping that ball over and very strong in that area. This time he makes the mistake of hitting it too high in the air, not giving enough power, and Lawson completes a fine catch, low down. Good innings from Miandad, 72. He's out for 75 for 106.
And the bouncer there, it bounces twice before it reaches Moss. Chappell suggesting there that what he was trying to do was to get one to come down on the top of the stumps. Have a look at this. Javed ducks, Rod Marsh goes for it, and then decides that the best way to handle the Chappell bouncer on this pretty flat pitch is to let it bounce for the second time. Nice easy. This time over the top. Decided he couldn't get through the field. He's decided to go over the top of the field, and he does it with great success.
Javed starting to take the game up to Tom Hogan. So far he's been allowing him to dictate the terms of play, and by coming down the wicket that previous shot, and on this occasion picking it up beautifully and hitting it out into that vacant area, that's given Hogan something to think about. That's another good shot. It's good thinking from Javed Miandad. The fielders are in a circle with only the one man back at deep backward square. No man down at long on or long off. So Javed Miandad has a big area there in which to... And there's that spot we were talking about through extra cover. Hughes has closed up one avenue down the ground, and Javed very cleverly picked out the spot between mid-off and cover. Greg Chappell to Javed Miandad.
It's well placed. He's beaten Lawson. That takes Javed to 97 and brings up the 500 for Pakistan. No ball, the call there from umpire Crafter. Graham Wood gets his first chase, and Salim running very hard to gain Javed his second Test century in Australia. And what a fighting knock it's been. He's really battled very hard for that, and he'll be pretty pleased with himself.
And just wide of him. Down to his third man, a long chase there for Graham Yallop. Will it beat him into the boundary? And it does. Good shot. Beautiful stroke away on the offside. That ball wasn't over-pitched. Javed Miandad made it his own length, drove at the pitch of it, and timed it perfectly. The placement was just about ideal. Good shot, nicely placed. Just splitting the man at mid-wicket and mid-on. Perfect placement there. Long chase for Rodney Hogg. 4 for 548. A great performance from...
It's in the air, but beautifully placed by Javed. Just 12 boundaries. It's been a fighting knock from Javed, but a very valuable one for Pakistan.
Good shot. Beautiful stroke that. The ball was on a good length, and I suspect just coming back into Javed Miandad a little. A glorious stroke off the back foot away through the covers. 5 for 585. Lawson to Javed Miandad. Well, the shout came there, but it was definitely choked off by both bowler and wicketkeeper. None too pleased, I don't think. The Australians are showing a lack of jubilation there that might indicate perhaps an inside edge. Well, we don't know. It didn't seem as though there was any deflection there. But the shout came from Marsh and from Lawson, and in the affirmative, umpire Crafter. So Javed's not deliriously happy about it, but there didn't seem to be anything wrong with it as we looked at it there. 6 for 590 for Javed Miandad. Well, that's good running from Mohsin Khan. A little bit slow down on the boundary. A couple of vessels to Javed Miandad.
Vessels is clearly going to attack the leg stump, and that's a bad bit of fielding there by Lawson, who seemed to go over the top of that one, and as a result the ball rolling away over this fast outfield down to the boundary for 4.
Hughes is going to try and get through some more overs of Miandad.
Looking for 2. Smith, the fieldsman. Well run, Javed Miandad, and well fielded, Steve Smith. Fine piece of cricket.
Javed down the wicket to Rodney Hogg. What a tremendous shot that was. Beautifully timed and hit very straight.
So Javed Miandad picks up his second boundary. Beautiful footwork that, dancing down the wicket to a quicker bowler.
It's a good shot from Javed. He's picked the gap. Nice timing. And his second boundary in this over.
And Pakistan still, however, 25 runs behind.
And Pakistan not going like a winner at the moment. 7.18 they require. An edge from Javed, and that's a boundary, something that they need desperately, and that brings up Javed's 50.
Not been the best 50 I've ever seen from Javed Miandad, but it's been an invaluable one for his side. That was a pretty educated edge. He went for that square drive. At least he did present the full face of the bat towards the ball, who just clipped the edge and sped away wide of Marsh for 4.
Javed will probably take the single here, I think, and retain the strike. No, Kadir going back. So Pakistan got 9 off that over. They go to 6 for 140.
Hogg to Javed Miandad.
He's bowled in. Oh, Javed Miandad on that occasion moving back and trying to hit the ball over the top of extra cover. Is bowled by Rodney Hogg, and what an over this is turning out to be for Australia.
That's the clincher. Great effort from Rodney Hogg, and a fine innings from Javed Miandad. He's played really well out there today. Almost a lone hand. And that was a good Yorker. Or made into Yorker by Javed Miandad. It just underlines how important it is to play straight rather than across in all games. 8 for 162.
No wicket for 14. Carl Rackerman again. That one hit straight down the ground, over the top. Beautiful shot by Javed Miandad. These are very interesting tactics by the Pakistanis. All the fieldsmen have to be up bar 2, and we have a third man in fine leg, so there's a lot of vacant space back down the ground.
Some excellent performances turned in by Rodney Hogg in this World Series Cup.
Oh, well played. That one hit straight through mid-wicket there, and the ball rolling away down towards the boundary. 4 more. Well, they're certainly attacking the Australian bowlers. And that one smashed away square as well. I didn't pick it up for a minute. He hit it really firmly, smashed it away for 4. Beautiful shot by Javed Miandad. No wicket for 27.
Both batsmen on 14.
Oh, beautiful shot. Mansour smashing that one away through extra cover. Javed, the man there, smashing that one through extra cover for 4. Oh, another short delivery by Maguire. That's bad bowling, and just Javed Miandad dispatching that with all the ease in the world to square leg for 4. So Rodney Hogg again. Saw down the wicket to him, smashes him through mid-off. What a shot. Well, Rodney Hogg getting some punishment here. The ball rolling slowly down towards the boundary. 4 more to the Pakistanis. Oh, good shot. There's no one out there. That'll be 1 bounce 4. Good shot by Javed Miandad. The ball once again just a little short, and Maguire there paying the penalty.
We've said over the last 3 days that this is a good batting wicket. And for the greater part of the 3 days, the batsmen have struggled, but not at the moment, because it's Pakistan in full flight.
Oh, and that one smashed away down to fine leg. The ball bobbing around there, and Javed Miandad coming back for the second. It's a little difficult for Rodney Hogg. Nasty bounce for him.
So 28 runs. Great strike rate, that.
Oh, and that's hit away down to the square leg boundary for 4. Well, Kim Hughes beginning to feel the pinch out there. One of the reasons he's got a problem is Lawson's not playing. But Miandad really is turning it on, and the 50 now up for Pakistan. And this one hit straight down the ground. He didn't really middle it, but the fieldsmen have got to be inside the circle there, so anything that clears the circle by any distance at all is going to be safe. 13 runs off that over. Pakistan cruising at no wicket for 54.
Javed Miandad.
It's high in the air. Tom Hogan going back, and a very good catch. Well taken. A brilliant catch, running the same way as the ball.
The catch of the season, Tom Hogan. Javed Miandad on fire. It took a brilliant catch from Hogan. He went to pull it over mid-wicket. He got it high on the splice to the bat, and Hogan took a great catch, running with the flight of the ball into that southerly breeze where the ball was going, and it hung up long enough for Hogan to take a beauty. Javed out for 34. It's 2 for 58. Javed Miandad, average of 40 plus in one-day internationals, comes to the crease.
It's an excellent shot. That'll be a boundary. Beautifully timed. Great shot there from Javed Miandad. The end of Winston Benjamin's 10 overs, they cost him 35.
And that's a big hit. It's gone fairly well straight up in the air. Not a great deal of distance. And Logie doing the fielding. And perhaps we're about to see some fireworks. Tony Gray, all 6'8" of him.
Now there's a good shot, improvised, but a very good shot. He started giving Gray the charge. Gray dropped it short, and Javed Miandad didn't even bother to try and hit the one on the onside, just smashed it in the air past point.
A lot of improvisation here from Miandad. Now this will be a true test for Tony Gray. Miandad has played a lot of international cricket. Gray has not.
There's a good shot. And it is a test. Mustn't bowl short, and I should think Richards will be having a word with him. May even need field changes there.
Javed on 45, Ramiz 29. Pakistani players starting to throw the bat. Just 9 overs remaining. And Richards is not going to catch that one. Javed hits that in the meat of the bat.
Time here. Richards is coming in quickly from mid-wicket. Takes the catch. Safe pair of hands. Courtney Walsh strikes. The end of a good knock.
Once again, Viv Richards makes a catch look very simple. As soon as the ball's in the air, he's on the way, moving from mid-wicket to mid-on, and catches it in what I think is the best position, about chest height, with the hands cupped underneath. And Javed out for 53, Pakistan 3 for 163.
Javed, the key as far as the Pakistan batting goes, certainly their best batsman. Very experienced campaigner. Ramiz Raja with
So an educated edge, as they say, goes for 4, but they all count. And the end of the 39th over, Pakistan are 2 for 152. And as was to be expected, Imran Khan comes in after this very good start for Pakistan.
These teams would be looking at for this Pakistan innings. If Pakistan made any more than 220, they'd be well pleased. If England held them back below that, they would consider it to be a bonus. Freitas. So he didn't pick that up until very, very late. It was a long, long time. The ball was in the air a long time before De Freitas really got... Mansour Lahi is the new batsman. John Embury is the bowler. Beautiful shot. That's one of the biggest hits I've ever seen here. It has smashed the red light that's used by the scorers to signal the umpires. They've seen the signal for no ball and wide and other matters. And it would have landed in the top deck of this stand where the commentary box is. I don't think I've ever seen anyone hit a ball into the top deck before.
Very good straight hit. And that's 10 off 2 balls. Excellent back cut from Javed. And that brings up his 50. What a fine player this man is. Excellent straight 6 and then a beautifully executed back cut.
What a huge 6 that was. Straight down the ground it went. Boy, and it went high as well. And eventually went straight into the stand and made its way down the stairs. That's pretty obliging of it.
Seemed the safest way to come down anyway. He's got it all before him.
He's flicked that one fine. He get 4. Well, he moved outside off stump. That was very good batting. In fact, the umpire has signalled leg byes, but the idea was there. Javed moving outside off stump, tried to play it fine. Eventually it went off the thigh pad.
Oh, cunning as the old bull, right across there. Look at that. He knew where the vacant area was on the field. He didn't get bat on it, but the deflection off the thigh pad, the same result. They all go in the book. They're all added to the total.
All that. Well, he hasn't quite middled that. It's gone straight to the fielder. He's got him. So the batsman has crossed and Javed Miandad is out. Affy, the fieldsman at mid-wicket. And Miandad, having played a little gem, is on his way back to the pavilion.
Yes, and this could have gone anywhere, and it did. It went straight to a fieldsman. As he takes the catch, waited on that one little while to come to him. And as the batsman lead, they swap bats. Obviously, Javed had the big blockbuster. He's handed that over. Well struck 59. Pakistan 5 for 225.
Javed Miandad. Very fine limited overs cricketer and a magnificent test player as well.
Bree.
That's a nice shot. Javed Miandad is a splendid one-day cricketer, great improviser. The bowler can never be comfortable with Javed batting. Now, the other day, in the match between England and Pakistan, Embury had 62 taken from his overs.
Oh, he's hit that one down the ground towards mid-wicket. A couple of bounces into the fence, and Javed Miandad all on his own, trying to create something out of this nasty position that Pakistan find themselves in.
He's a very fine player, Javed. That's his 50. And it's been a great display of concentration, good hitting when required, deft touch, placement all around the ground. And off 88 balls, when there's been wickets falling all around him, it's been a wonderful performance by Javed. Graham Dilley to continue from the Swan River end.
Down the wicket comes Javed again, and he blasts that one straight down the ground.
Well, there's the drive. Where's your 9-iron, Javed? Beautiful straight drive. And what a player this man is. Under enormous pressure here. He's come down the wicket, hit it in the air, but timed it beautifully, giving mid-off no chance whatsoever.
Philip de Freitas to continue. Javed's got that through mid-wicket, both of them giving chase. He won't get it. Beautifully played. De Freitas just a fraction short. It was a pull shot that sort of throw his head back, but got it right off the moon to the bat. Plenty of bottom hand and a good result.
Well, that's the second time he's gone in that vicinity, but the first time it was up to him and he hit it down through mid-wicket. This time de Freitas, very conscious, I'm sure, of not carrying the ball right up to Javed, made the mistake of shortening, and like a flash through mid-wicket.
There's a big hit. Gadding's chasing, hits the fence on the full, doesn't quite make 6. Beautifully placed.
Well, just as I was saying that didn't really involve big hitting, Javed comes down and lifts de Freitas over the top. He knows he can do it. The mid-off is in, and Gatting having to run back the ball, crashing into the advertising signboards, not being able to clear the boundary and counting for 4. And that's a big hit.
And it's going to be John Embury who's been left to last, because Gatting was hoping they would bowl out Pakistan at the 42nd over. It hasn't been the case. So Javed on strike to John Embury. This time he gets it. That's a straight hit. There's a man down there. He's coming around Dilley. Jaffer a bit slow turning. This is going to be very close, but he's home. Well, this good crowd giving Javed Miandad generous applause for this fighting hand. As Tony Crozier has already said, it's one of the great innings, a different type of innings. Fast delivery. He hits it. He gets at least one. Dilley, the coverer, down at mid-off. So 2 runs, a very good partnership between Jaffa and Javed Miandad. And Javed Miandad not out 77. A great innings, a standing ovation, a great performance by England.
Tremendous innings by Javed Miandad. That's one of the finest you'll ever see in this type of cricket, in any type of cricket.
Card was 9 for 131. I reckon they had no chance at all, although everyone will tell you that anything can happen in this game. But now they've got it up to 166 for the loss of 9 wickets in the full 50 overs. and very sensible cricket it was to get it there, they do have a chance. 35 was the last wicket partnership between Javed Miandad and Salim Jaffer, and the statistics of that partnership: there were 54 balls bowled, and Javed Miandad farmed the strike to the extent that he faced 49 of them, and Jaffer had to face only 5. Disaster at the top of the batting order for Pakistan, with Shoaib having faced only 2 balls, and they never really recovered from that. There was no great authority about the batting at any stage until Javed Miandad took over. Mansoor Elahi with his own innings tells the story of what a good knock that was from Javed. 63 out of 9 for 140 in a full 50 overs.
6 matches for Javed Miandad. He'll be very busy working the ball, good runner between the wickets. An injury of weight, but he's fit. He'll be the key man now for Pakistan to try and lift this run rate after a good solid start.
Just wide of Williams, and it'll be 4 runs. Frustration there for Malcolm Marshall. That was a genuine nick. Javed Miandad always plays the full-blooded shot when he has a go at it. There's a lot of bat on it, and even though it was a thick edge, David Williams really threw himself, but it really was more like a second slip catch. It's a very imposing record. There are very few players in the world down the ground. Good placement there. Brian Lara made the chase in the return
for Pakistan.
Good shot into the gap. Very well placed, and that's going to race to the fence. A beautiful shot. Just a bit short, that delivery from Benjamin. That's the 6th 4 of the innings.
This is where Javed Miandad is so good. Very good improviser with a cricket bat. Giving himself just a little bit of room there. Winston Benjamin dropping it slightly short. But he's timed that shot so nicely, so beautifully. It's gone just wide of the fielder and beaten the sweeper, who's already 20-30 runs.
Oh, he's got that away beautifully for 4. A lovely little fine leg glance. No one covering that area. Very valuable ball that was. 2 for 176. On the boundary. Oh, he's got that away too. What a good shot that is. That ball would have hit, I reckon, around about off stump. Javed right across, knowing, as David Gower has pointed out, that he had to get it away fine on the leg side, and he did it perfectly.
This is always the risk, of course. And the ball there, Malcolm Marshall just too full, trying to get the ball in the block hole. Strayed just marginally onto leg stump, but Javed's moved across, he's created the space. And it doesn't take long the ball to reach the boundary at fine leg there, just in front of the southern stand. The wide open space is being used to full extent by the Pakistani batsman.
So there it is, his strike rate, 89 runs per 100 balls. He's on 49. And he's now got 50. Well played, Javed Miandad, captaining Pakistan, because Imran Khan has problems with his shoulders, and he certainly lifted the run rate.
It's a great little captain's innings from Javed Miandad there. Ramesh Raja is part of the other end, has struggled to keep the run rate up for Pakistan, but Javed's come in there, he's played his...
It's over. This is the last ball. A little flick again, he's done it again! Magnificent shot. A little flick down a fine leg. Isn't he cheeky? 2 for 212. So this is the last ball. In he comes. It's a slow one down the leg side. Is it wide? No, it's not. Javed was way outside off stump and on his knees. Yes, he'll have to settle for that. Well, what a little gem of an innings from Javed Miandad. He's actually helped the Pakistan side lift their total, because at one stage they looked as if they weren't going to get nearly enough runs. At least they've got up to 220, so we've got a match on our hands. But David Gower...
One of the best batsmen in the world, Javed Miandad, striding to the wicket with his side in trouble. 2 for 17, requiring 217.
stroke by Javed. Well, he's had two go past second slip. Now he's had one go over the head of the man at backward point and beating the two men racing for it. So it just runs into the boundary. So Sahel now goes on to 22.
It's nicely glanced. That could go all the way. The original leg glance, beautifully played. The straying onto leg stump. Good players don't miss those ones. They're gifts. Fruit for the sideboard. It's 2 for 54.
Sohail now the left-hander on strike, much the same field.
Great shot. A magnificent square cover drive. On the front foot, it was a fraction wide, and he gave it the full follow-through. A glorious shot. Beautiful work. Oh, that was close. Magnificent work by Kieran Moray. It's great to see a wicketkeeper standing up. He had those bails off in a flash.
Yes, and Javed, as we've said, doesn't mind having a little wander. Keep an eye on his back foot here. Does he lift it? No, he doesn't.
Shouts there, but the bowler followed on. Kieran Moray was the one who went up. So could easily have been pad. Tendulkar followed him up. He didn't go up straight away. And that's why, because quite clearly it came off Javed Miandad's front pad. Javed will just make his point now and say, hang on a moment, son, and excuse me, Mr. Moray, would you mind not talking while I'm facing up? Chatter, 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 who, me?
And not out is the final decision. Yes, he's never stuck. Javed, it's 2 for 85.
Drive the bottom hand there, finding the gap. He steered that through the covers. It was a control.
With the wicket to go. Salim Malik's the new...
Never have been in any doubt. That's a magnificent shot. 4. Beautifully cut away. He's one of those players, rather like Kirsten. Darren drops anything short to him, but he can give it a little nudge fine if the fieldsman happens to be square, or cut it like he has done here.
Yes, well, short and wide outside the off stump, so that's not a good start for Patel, but Miandad, of course, as we know, is a very efficient all-round player. Very, very experienced. Had enough time to alter the shot and push it back past the bowler for an easy single.
He's cheeky. And once again, he's got it away back to the point. Will they cut this one off? Yes, I think he will. 2 for Miandad. Great placement again. So 8 runs off the over so far. Was required. Really, the way he got back there, he's so quick. And the pressure getting to the Kiwis. On the face of that Pakistani.
Full toss, and he just glides it down the third man. They surely look for 2. He falls over. Deepak Patel. The pressure showing here at Eden Park. Poor piece of fielding. Concedes the extra run.
That's the sort of ball that a third man in normal circumstances you'd just come around comfortably pick up. Teeth of the breeze here, the teeth of the gale.
He's charged. He hit it straight down the ground. There's a man defending. Long off. He falls over, but just a single. So it's not over yet. Look at that crowd. The tension is enormous for the spectators. They've been here since 8:30 this morning. They've been cheering every run when New Zealand was batting. Now the boots on the other foot. Big hit. It's gone for 6. It's going all the way. That's 6 over long off.
Talk about good timing. That was beautifully struck.
And if ever Pakistan needed 6 runs, this was the moment for it. Moeen Khan has hit this well back into the crowd. He's taken the long handle too. He's sliced underneath it. 10 rows back into the crowd. 6 runs. And Pakistan's target suddenly looks a lot easier.
That was the 10th 6 of the match. Because Moeen Khan, the wicketkeeper, coming in under enormous pressures, had the nerve and courage to hit over long off for 6. Small ground, Eden Park. It's not easy to do when you've got 40,000 fans here. And think of the millions around the world watching this telecast. He's pulled it. Man out there at square leg. He's defending. It's going fine. It could go all the way. He's coming around quickly. We dive. It's 4 runs. And Pakistan have won the first semi-final at Eden Park. A magnificent performance by Javed Miandad into all the hard work.
Well, the entire Pakistan team has raced onto the field, and no wonder. This has been a fantastic batting performance by Pakistan.
The world is coming down, the flags are up. Who's gonna be number 1? Who's gonna take out the cup? Who will be? Who'll be the king? It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance.
Oh, that's a fine shot. Beautifully placed and timed. And there's a long chase here for 2 fielders, but they could run 4 here if they're quick about it. I'm sure if Javed had someone else with him, but Imran.
Alan Lamb into the side today. Must have been a toss-up between Lamb and Robin Smith. Smith struggling a bit with a back injury.
First one to reach it. And it'll come as no surprise to his admirers around the cricket world that he's been so consistent. He's played since 1975, and now 1,001 runs. First man.
Just flashed it up on the board.
Australia does in the whole country. And they have a capacity of about 25,000, perhaps 28. 4 runs off the over. Pakistan getting decided to bat first, 2 for 113. Welcome to those of you watching through Sky Sports in the UK, through Mnet in South Africa, Prime Stop.
Pakistan definitely looking to accelerate their rate.
That's his 50. 91 balls for his 50. Settles for 1 as the throw comes in over the bails. So Javed Miandad, who so often sets the pace for his side in these matches, he's obviously decided he's going to bat right through this innings. And when it gets to the last 10 overs, he'll really cut loose. Strike rate.
But now they've got into their stride, some more productive overs coming out. That run rate's going to increase as this innings progresses. Run rate already up to 4-0.
And this time to the left of Gooch. Sure, Lewis is proving expensive here. Javed Miandad may be distressed out there by illness, but he still can put away a full toss.
They might not want to run, Javed, and that could be dangerous for England, because if we keep striking boundaries like this, then that run rate's going to go up even further. This time Chris Lewis lets him have a full toss. And Graham Gooch signed back. He's still in the pavilion waiting to come in.
3 for 114 Pakistan after 34. Once again Javed in bat on ball. That was a bit risky with the foot. And Benjamin gets away with it. In the commentary box now, David Gower and Michael Holding.
He's pulled it this time, and in fact proving just how difficult it is to play that shot from a ball of that length. Not quite getting hold of it, aiming it high over the infield into the big gaps in the outfield there, only picking up 2 for it. That's the 28 runs from his bowling so far. At least 29 now, if not 30. Again, this outfield's so quick that Phil Simmons there gets the ball 5 yards in from the fence. Good throw this time from Simmons. Bishop
Punches that to half and a deep point, just a single. That brings up to 50. 7 twos and 34 singles in his 50. What an important innings it has been in the context of this game. Pakistan were under quite a bit of pressure when Javed came to the wicket, but the cool head of the experienced player and now captain of the Pakistan side has put them in a position where they should win the game. Javed just works it down to fine leg. 5 to 195, 198 target. West Indies just unable to make enough runs to put some pressure on Pakistan to compound the problem. They've bowled quite a few no balls. Pakistan will be very happy to get away with the first up win. Oh, what a shot. There it is. He just clips off his toes before Wasem Akram. He moved to 21. So a very comfortable victory in the end for Pakistan. A well-judged run chase, not spectacular, but very, very efficient and professional. Richie Richardson will be disappointed that they didn't make more runs and then that they let Pakistan off some of the pressure by bowling too many no balls. Javed Miandad, the man in the middle there with Wasem Akram, two very happy men. Javed Miandad has taken over the captain, very important member of a strong Pakistan team. So the World Series is off to a good start. Pakistan have drawn first blood.
First runs for Javed. Extremely well to make two out of it. Won the first quickly.
That one. No bounce, no pace, and Javed Miandad was almost playing before the ball reached him. Not even Gower could stop that. Beautiful stroke. Good footwork from Javed Miandad.
He had a slip, then he had two short legs. Now he's got a short leg and a slim it off. And of course is really what he mustn't know. The short one, outside off stump, just prudently for Javed Miandad. Only three men on the offside. The wicket pair have put together 50 now. Just going down at 19. But it's counting for runs all right. Now give it a chase. Looks a bit speedy, Ted. He's a bit sharp in the field, Graham Fowler.
Yes, I just thought that there goes an athlete. He can probably do the 100 yards in about 11 seconds.
115 runs. One of the finest players we've seen in the past 25 years. Up. Javed Miandad, it's been a restrained innings. Not one of his best, but it might become so. Once again, that was England's session. Just 73 runs added and 3 wickets taken, with Jackman picking up Zahir Abbas and Majid Khan. Two fine blows as far as Houston.
So Javed Miandad to face, yet to score. He's away now. Just dropping the wrist again, keeping the ball down nicely. Just see the balding head there of Intikab Alam, the manager. Must be very upset with this disastrous start.
Good shot before.
Sharjah Cup. Superlative shot again. Backed it through that gap between mid-off and the bowler. 4 from the moment it left the bat. To Javed. It's another beautiful shot this time. Really laid into that one. Dropped it short. Marvellous shot. So has moved on somewhat unsteadily to 24. But Miandad requires one for his 50. And that's it. Come back very easily for the second. What a very good 50 that's been. And that going to 51. And that's it this time. Botham's made it. Javed Miandad's gone. Another superlative catch there by wicketkeeper Taylor. And sighs of relief out there because Javed had played so very, very well for his 52. Looked a real threat, and they'll be delighted to see the back of him at 81 for 3.
Well, this is what it's all about. Ian Botham bowled for that. He kept encouraging Javed to play shots, and here's the reward.
Against Sussex, rather. Glanced away very nicely down to long leg. Dilly will not cut it off, and that's the 100 of the Pakistan innings. 103 for 2. 45 to Miandad. And there's the support. Therefore, overcast, dull, and fairly cold. And that's pulled away, and it's going to be 4 runs. Beautiful shot by Miandad. Dropped short. Botham trying. Pakistan average now beyond 3. They have to get about 240 or beyond. And that's Miandad's 50, a lovely shot out to De Freitas at deep mid-wicket. 50 to Miandad, a superb 50 without a blemish, chanceless.
112 for 2. What a fine innings this has been from Javed Miandad. 51 not out. Came in at a time when Pakistan looked to be in trouble. 18 for 2. Driven to mid-wicket. Think about a second.
Looking the oval to the left of us of the 43rd over. Miandad facing De Freitas. Driven through the covers, and it's going to be 4 runs. Beautiful shot. And the way he came down the wicket as if he was playing a spin. Point. And that's a big hit. Could be a 6. First round. 4 runs, and Miandad now cutting loose to the 46th over. Miandad 78, facing Freitas there. And it is to mid-wicket. And Pakistan has got the 7 in the server. In fact, they've got 8 so far. Miandad taking heavy toll of the inexperienced De Freitas. And that's a tremendous hit. Could be 6. First down over the boundary line, and De Freitas really decimated in the last 2 overs. Adjustments. Crowd now waiting patiently and anxiously for Miandad's 100. What a wonderful 100 it's going to be when it comes. Cut him away down to deep backward point, 4 runs, and he's on 99.
scoreboard showed him at 96 for a fleeting moment. 49th over, there is the number 4 batsman, which is Javed Miandad. It's been a masterly innings, an innings of rare class and tremendous ability. And that's his 100. Miandad on 100. One of the finest knocks that one can imagine to see in one-day cricket. 100 to Javed Miandad in 146 minutes, 11 fours, 130.
लैम लॉन्ग ऑन पर मौजूद हैं. दूसरा रन मियांदाद वसीम ने मुकम्मल किया. स्कोर बोर्ड पे 1-1-1 मियांदाद के लिए. एक रन का इजाफा. लैम है फील्डर और लैम ने मियांदाद का कैच ले लिया. थर्ड मैन पोजीशन पे थे. ऊंचा शॉट खेला था मियांदाद ने. लैम जो थे वो बाउंड्री लाइन पे फील्ड कर रहे थे. तो इंग्लैंड को एक और कामयाबी हासिल हुई, जबकि पाकिस्तान के स्टार बैट्समैन ये एक्शन रिप्ले ऊंचा शॉट खेला था और गेम की थर्ड मैन पोजीशन की तरफ लैम भागते हुए आए और कैच लिया. तो मियांदाद की शानदार इनिंग्स जो है वो खत्म हुई. 163 में तक खेले. 142.
It's a very good shot. One of the very few loose balls John Embury has bowled. Javed Miandad has taken full advantage of it.
And we're going to have Graham Gooch bowling from the pavilion. That's the 100 up for Pakistan. 4 wickets coming up in the 37th over. So they're going along very nicely at the moment.
The acting captain just having a word with his principal bowler. Dilly and Foster have been the pick of the England bowlers today. Dilly coming in to Miandad.
Again, the flashing square cut. He's taken one this time. And that's Javed Miandad's 50, and another fine 50. He played brilliantly down at the Oval. He's continued it here. Just 28th 50 in limited overs international. And he also has 400s as well, so that's a pretty outstanding performance, and he really is now a world-class player. He's in the top 3 or 4 batsmen in the world, I would say. Needing 29 more runs to win off 9 overs, with still 6 wickets remaining. 3.22 per over, no real problems.
I got the wrong idea about this, but the pitch seems to me to be one where you need to keep the ball up at the batsman, give it a chance to move off the seam either way. Not really the one where you try and bowl bouncers. There is the fielder. It's quick between the wickets. Javed Miandad.
A little bit too close to him. It just clipped his pad.
De Freitas is chasing again. Very good. Very enthusiastic young cricketer, Philip de Freitas. It's one of the cleanest hits we've seen for a long time. 153 for 4 now. 158 needed. Bring the scores level. Chris Broad, who normally is a very safe fielder, has not got everything behind that. Made 52 for England when they batted. The winning run. Now it's a question of how quickly they can get off the field and manage to evade the supporters. The lucky ones have a bat in their hand. Fine win for Pakistan to level the series. It's the 21st match between these two countries. Pakistan now have won 7 times, and this is their 3rd victory in England. 158 for 4. Javed Miandad, 71 not out. Imran Khan.
Marvellous player, just the man for this sort of crisis. And can Javed Miandad stop the rot?
First really positive stroke of the morning. Wasn't perfectly timed. Well enough to get 3. Great shot. Javed Miandad, having played so well again, just 1 away from a half-century. First ball after lunch, Philip de Freitas is the bowler. And there's the 50. What a nice way to start after lunch. Neil Foster, the new bowler. Gower, brilliant catch. And that's the one England so desperately wanted. Javed Miandad out, caught Gower, bowled Foster. A marvellous diving catch away to Gower's right. The breakthrough for England and the chance to keep this Pakistan total down to manageable levels.
Well, who knows how vital this catch will be at the end of the day. There he goes, taking Foster on for his first ball. Didn't quite middle it, but hit it hard enough, well to Gower's right. And a magnificent effort by the former England captain there to bring to a close what's been a marvellous innings for Pakistan. He's come in at 0 for 2.
Both these men are quick between the wickets. And there it is. 100 for Javed Miandad. A very good innings, no chances. His first 100 against England.
unlucky for Graham Dilley. He got that one to bounce a bit and just run away, and they've had 3 slips most of the day, and if there'd been a third... Well, a bit uppish, but wide of Phil Edmonds in the gully, and no third man on, so that's 4 more to Miandad.
Well, he's not going to sleep there. Absolutely keyed up to make sure that he's, if possible, he can still be there at close of play and start all over again tomorrow. And his 1500s there, well, he's had 2 doubles and 3 doubles and several very big ones, and there's no end to the man.
Oh, that's a mishit shot, but it's gone safe again, and it's 4 more runs. So no luck for Graham Dilley in this spell. He's could have had him caught at third slip. 54. And that's 4 more runs there to Javed Miandad.
Need 2 wicket keepers there. Nothing French could do about that. It was a good delivery from Dilley. .50 for Javed Miandad.
Oh, fine innings continuing. He hasn't been quite as fluent this morning, but Salim Malik has taken over that role.
Bowling from the pavilion then. Oh, the glorious touch again. He really just played that stroke beautifully. There's Miandad. And there'll be another 3 in it there. Good, because I would think his spinners are going to be bowling at one end at least most of the day. Well, I thought at first that Miandad hadn't made really good contact with that. He got to go high up the back, but it's still gone for 6 runs straight. Bowling at the Vauxhall end, Ian Botham taking over from Graham Dilley. Straight away over pitching a little bit, and Miandad again off his legs, very powerful, 4 runs to mid-wicket.
That takes Javed to just 1 run away from what will be his 4th double 100 for Pakistan.
And that's the 200 for Javed Miandad. Beautifully played. His 4th innings above 200. And they've been made. His second 100 was his first 200. His 10th is either 14th and 15th. 4 double hundreds. That's the Pakistan balcony, all the members of the team and supporters, and really a tremendous performance. Both of them playing for a bit of punishment, again trying to bounce, and Miandad.
Beautifully placed. Bradford is the fielder.
Marvellous running there. They've run 4. Beautiful stroke. Very, very high-class batting. Hit that one square.
Just about through that spot, I should think.
Pitch for the spinners.
Great stroke.
Semi-edge again there, and another long chase for John Embry, but he won't stop it this time. And that's 250 for Miandad. Marvellous innings, marvellous piece of concentration, running between the wickets, always working away. A generous round of applause from this full house here at the Oval.
He's got that away. There's one ball left. And he is on 99. He's had a quick word with his partner. Will Graham Gooch make any alteration in the field to try and block it? In fact, no. There's a short single towards the umpire.
But you can see cover, point, mid-wicket all creeping in a few yards. They don't want to give him an easy single to get his 100.
He's not bothered. There's plenty of time tomorrow, and that's the end of play for the day, and a wonderful day it's been.
It certainly was a great day and wonderful batting by Pakistan. Those first three men dismissed, they all played shots, and then that great partnership between Javed Miandad, unbeaten this fourth day. And we join play now with 3 runs added, 293 for 3. De Freitas is bowling to Javed Miandad. He is still on 99.
In the air, it's through. An element of risk about that, but a couple of runs to Javed Miandad, his 23rd Test century. All in all, beautifully played. Some lovely touches, and that'll give him great pleasure.
Well, we saw a great stroke from Salim Malik in the last over from Pringle. It was no better than that one from Javed off Chris Lewis, who has just bowled another no ball.
Yes, it is a super shot. He was into it very quickly. We're just getting an idea now how good this pitch is for a batsman who gets in. Salim Malik.
Put that into the coaching book. Beautiful movement of the feet by Javed.
I think Javed's made his intentions quite clear. He's going to try and probably get after Graham Hick.
Graham Prakash is the bowler just before lunch.
That's the 300 partnership, and the 5th one by Pakistan in their Test history of over 300.
Well, and there are the 2 captains. I'm sure both have got things on their minds.
Javed had 150 on his mind, which he's got. More applause. He's used to applause. He's done some magical things in his career. But I know this is important to him because he is now properly the Pakistan captain. And had 153 not out. 19 fours. Terrific innings that. So many colours. So many clouts and so many lovely strokes.
Great performance from Pakistan, 446 for 4, and a real day of joy so far as the spectators were concerned. Javed Miandad, 153 and unbeaten, And lovely knock too from Salim Malik, OBW to De Freitas for 165. Javed strokes all around the ground from him. It was quite magnificent to watch. In yellow, the boundaries he hit. The rest are the 1s, 2s and 3s. And you can see what mastery he held over the England attack, the way he placed the ball, got it away through the field. That is a terrific example on that wagon wheel.
Wondering when he's on
and
next. There goes Javed. That's a lovely shot. And really the pace of this outfield, considering it was underwater on Tuesday evening, is remarkable.
It's a beautiful shot because
really has decided to try and hit Salisbury out of the attack, and of course it was Salisbury who got him out at Lord's.
I'm sure that's what he has got on his mind, because earlier on in the innings, today also, Javed almost played a very similar stroke, but he got enough force behind it to clear the fielder, picking up 4 more runs.
That's another very good shot. That was a beautiful piece of timing and placement.
That certainly was a far better shot. And this time Javed making absolutely sure that not only he kept the ball on the ground but also placed it well.
And another one.
Well, 4 falls in all different shots, and except for the one in which he had lifted the ball over the top of mid-on, mid-wicket. The other 3 were perfectly executed all along the ground, and this certainly will force Graham Gooch to change his field, and he is taking out the close-in catcher and putting him halfway to between mid-off and silly mid-off.
And again, 5 fours in 6 deliveries. It's a wonderful piece of batsmanship.
And certainly 4 out of those 5 boundaries that he hit were magnificent shots, all properly executed, perfectly timed, right on top of the pitch of the ball, and playing them to perfection.
That's eased away. Gower chases, and Alex Stewart runs around from fine leg. It'll probably beat them both. It does. The outfield has been hard and fast, and the balls hit firmly into spaces. Have usually gone for 4.
I still haven't seen him use a Yorker or a slow.
He plays that well. Finer and finer, and that'll beat Stewart 4 runs. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. So nimble, so quick to get at the pitch of the ball. Absolutely where he wanted it to go.
Hardly have noticed Javed Miandad just been pushing the ball around, except for that 20 for 1 Salisbury over. Now with the 3rd ball at the 2nd over. No runs have been added to the overnight score, and Devon Malcolm is the bowler coming into Javed Miandad.
Well, that's 4. It's interesting because Chris Lewis was in the gully, but very square. And Gower was square cover, so it must have gone for the narrowest of gaps.
And there he goes. Last over, he had Javed Miandad fending the ball outside off stump. He's tried him again, and the Pakistan captain has just... And he's got Javed just 12th shot of his century, and Tim Mutton takes his first Test match wicket. Graham Hick's very safe pair of hands has done the trick, and that is very, very welcome for England. A lot of runs for Pakistan, 428, but the 4th wicket now is down.
Yes, and he's looked so much in batsman forward, getting him in two minds as well to carry on playing forward. Decides to come back, and in that split second of changing his mind, Javed Miandad got out.
This was the last ball of the over where these incidents took place. Now umpire Palmer goes away. He gets the sweater caught in the band he has there, gives it back to Aqib Javed. And if you're going to take offence at anything, then I suppose that's as good a thing to do. Now Javed is in on the act. And it was said by Conrad Hunt that the sweater was handed back by umpire Palmer in a perfectly proper manner, and there was a severe reprimand for Intikhab Alam, and he was lucky to get away with that. He jumped in very quickly last night on the basis that attack is the best method of defence and divert the enemy if you possibly can. That's precisely what he did. He got 7 out of 10 for that, but only 3 out of 10 for the actual content of what he said, and he got I suppose about 3 out of 10 for it from Conrad Hunt as well. Other matters in the adjudication by Conrad Hunt, where the Javed Miandad, the captain of the Pakistan team, has been firmly encouraged to ensure that his players maintain the spirit of the game, both on and off the field. That's admirable, but I'm not quite sure what it all means. Mr. Hunt also addressed this point with England's captain Graham Gooch, and I have no idea what he's talking about there. I don't know what England had to do with it. Tim Mutton was out there minding his own business in his first Test match, and I don't know why Gooch's name has been mentioned. And then the referee said the umpire is perfectly within his rights to interpret the bowling as he did, that there was a clear violation of the ICC Code of Conduct by Aqib Javed, and the bowling was used in intimidatory fashion at the England number 11, Devon Malcolm. So that's all absolutely right. And also there was, at the end, a piece saying that the crowding of the umpire and remonstrating with him was not in the spirit of the game. And why that was said and then nothing done about it, I'm absolutely, well, it's beyond my comprehension. And I can tell you that it just confirms my view of the ICC as a weak and pussyfooting organisation, which they've been for a long, long time.
In July,
this is Dermot Reeve. Picked that slower ball quite beautifully, so quick.
Well, fit or unfit, Javed Miandad certainly there, giving pleasure to Pakistani supporters. Slow delivery from Dermot Reeve, and Javed quick, picking it up, going on the back foot, rocking back, also coming onto the front foot first, then hitting it.
Very close into the stumps at the bowler's end. Beautiful stroke. Lovely touch of experience there from Javed Miandad. It wasn't a bad ball from Illingworth, but footwork and placement quite brilliant.
And this is what makes him so different from the rest of the players playing cricket at international level. Luck is riding his way.
Leg by signalled. A little earlier. But he won't get a wide for that because he started off to go down the leg side. But will he ever get up?
Yes, I think that's absolutely right. In fact, he was first trying to give himself room, and it wasn't really all that wide.
Wonderful stroke. Nothing wrong with the ball bowled by De Freitas. Just to prove his point that there's not too much wrong with the light.
And there it is. Javed again showing What an expert one-day cricketer, as well as we all know, how good a batsman he is. With Javed with a back strain, and no doubt seizing up a little in the cool weather out there. He's got 4 for that. Wasn't quite sure where it was or where it went.
Well, a smile there from batsman and bowler. Slice of luck going the batsman's way, Javed Miandad. But Philip de Freitas bowled the correct delivery right in.
That's a challenging run rate. A bit of improvisation there. 50 for Javed Miandad. With that quirky little stroke around past square leg. Good performance. Has back problems. Not able to run, but he is able to jig around at the crease. Now take the single off the last ball. That is the end of the Pakistan innings. That's a good performance from Javed Miandad, the skipper.
He also needs a good innings in Test cricket to restore his confidence. What by Gavaskar, one of the 13 Test players to do so in cricket history. And that one's pulled away down to mid-wicket, 4 runs. Miandad off the mark. That ball was short. He came up, Miandad seeing it early, whipped around, and he gets 4 runs to mid-wicket.
क्लाइंट पे बहुत उम्दा शॉट मारा, वेंक सरकार के पास गेंद गई, मोहिंदर अमरनाथ गेंद के पीछे हैं लेकिन वो उसे रोकने में कामयाब नहीं होंगे, गेंद बाउंड्री लाइन पार कर गई और अंपायर खालिद अजीज ने सिग्नल किया चौक स्ट्राइक.
Full toss and cracked away through the covers past Mohinder Amarnath, and Mohinder gives up the chase because it's going to be 4 runs. Into the picket it goes. And this one's hit hard and high over mid-on, 6 runs. That one went over the fence, cleared the ground, clearing the ground there.
और फ्लाइट गेंद थी और डाइव मारी, मोहिंदर अमरनाथ ने कामयाब नहीं हुए, प्रसन्ना गेंद के पीछे भागे मगर गेंद बाउंड्री लाइन पार कर गई. बहुत उम्दा शॉट था जावेद मियांदाद का, बाहर निकल के ड्राइव किया था, फ्लाइट बॉल थी बेदी की और बेदी ने खुद भी इस शॉट पर तालियां बजाई.
Pakistan 250 for 3. Edges that one all along the ground down to deep third man. They go through for 1. Gavaskar too short of his 50. And that's it. That's going to be his 50. It's going to be a 4 because Chandra Khan cut it off, and that's 50 for Miandad. What a lovely shot off the back foot. A rasping square cut, and 50 to Javed Miandad. Goes on to 52, and Pakistan now 280. 280 for 3.
Wills Man of the Match Awards for Outstanding Cricketers. Wills presents a portrait of one outstanding cricketer, Javed Miandad, a player who makes the game a pleasure to watch. One of our top scorers, aggressive in attack, solid in defense. He takes cheeky singles in the flash of an eye. A panther in the field. Almost nothing escapes him. Javed Miandad, a complete cricketer. Wills brings you great moments in cricket. Wills brings you real smoking pleasure.
आउट 111 रन की बड़ी उम्दा पार्टनरशिप मियांदाद और इमरान के दरमियान। मोहसिन 5, जहीर अब्बास 10, इमरान 49 और मुदस्सर 20, ये 4 खिलाड़ी आउट हुए हैं। और जावेद मियांदाद का यूं और ये 6, ये छक्का, बहुत शानदार शॉट जावेद मियांदाद का मिड विकेट पे। कपिल देव 6 ओवर 1 मेडन 20 रन और 1 विकेट। महेंद्र अमरनाथ का और ये एक और चौका जावेद मियांदाद का मिड विकेट और डीप मिड विकेट के दरमियान में से गेंद होती हुई बाउंड्री लाइन पार कर 4 रन का और इजाफा 97। जावेद मियांदाद 3 रन की जरूरत है जावेद मियांदाद को अपनी सेंचुरी मुकम्मल करने में, जो कि उनकी बड़ी वेल डिजर्विंग सेंचुरी हो, इसलिए कि जिन हालात में वो आए थे उस वक्त पाकिस्तान काफी मुश्किलात में घिरा हुआ था। 198 पाकिस्तान और ये गालिबन जावेद मियांदाद की सेंचुरी, इसलिए कि शर्मा के ऊपर से गेंद गई थी एक्स्ट्रा कवर पोजीशन पे। 4 रन और जावेद मियांदाद की सेंचुरी का आलम अब शायकीन की जोश व खरोश से देख सकते हैं कि हर एनक्लोजर में जो शायकीन है वो खड़े होकर जावेद मियांदाद की बहुत शानदार सेंचुरी की दाद दे रहे हैं। और कुछ 1-2 शायकीन जो हैं वो हिसार तोड़कर ऑर्गेनाइजर्स का अंदर आ गए हैं। 39वां ओवर, एक रन का और इजाफा और दूसरा रन भी जावेद मियांदाद लेने के मूड में थे, लेकिन मंसूर अख्तर ने, मंसूर अख्तर खेलेंगे ये गेंद और आखिरी गेंद पे 1 रन बना। तो इस 1 रन के इजाफे से पाकिस्तान का मजमूई स्कोर 224 40 ओवर्स में, तो यह आखिरी ओवर था। इसके अख्ताम पर पाकिस्तान ने जबकि पूरे 40 ओवर्स खेले और 224 रन पाकिस्तान ने मजमूई तौर पर बनाए। जो बैट्समैन आउट नहीं हुए वो जावेद मियांदाद 106 रन और 21 रन बनाए मंसूर अख्तर ने। तो पाकिस्तान ने अपने 40 ओवर जो हैं वो मुकम्मल कर लिए हैं।
Won the next test at Faisalabad and clinched the series at Hyderabad, where Miandad 280 not out and Mudassar 231 equaled the world record of 451 for the 3rd wicket and linked arms with Bradman and Pottsford.
That's driven out towards deep mid-off. It will be cut off. Sirikant there, racing in, and that's his 3rd run and the 200.
And Mudassar comes out to that one and he's lofted him. That's a 6. Down to long off.
जावेद लाइन में आए, दिफाई अंदाज से खेला, अच्छी बॉल थी। 199 रन जावेद मियांदाद और सिर्फ 1 रन चाहिए उनको डबल सेंचुरी के लिए, जो कि एक बहुत ही खिलाड़ी की जिंदगी में अहम संग मील। इस मर्तबा भी कोई उनको मौका नहीं मिला। बहुत ही जहनी तवाजुन के साथ खेल रहे हैं जावेद मियांदाद। और बहुत ही शानदार हिट, निहायत शानदार छक्का।
Clapping is for the equaling of world record, the highest for any partnership. So there are joint holders now with Bradman and Ponsford, what great names, and that record is held since 1934. That's up in the air and he's out. Caught at cover, so they will remain the joint holders, and record of 1934 holds and continues to hold, but they are partners in it.
Respectively, Javed Miandad and Mohsin. Mohsin is batting superbly. He's 22, and Raja bowled by an armour from Maninder for 10, and Pakistan 39 for 2. As Miandad, who hasn't had a bat in this championship so far, goes on to face Maninder. First runs to Miandad. In fact, there should be 2, maybe 3. Binny's coming round from deep backward square leg, too long leg, coming back for the third. They'll have to hurry. Now he's home.
That's found a gap, and that's going to be 4 runs. That's a 6. Glorious kick. I tell you, at the moment that ball hit the bat, it's going to be a 6. Even if you...
Sharma on 99. And that's his 100. A classic 100 from Javed Miandad. One which has brought everyone here, over 20,000 people, to their feet. What a superb 100. Everyone here has risen to him. And he has raised the level of cricket and this game of cricket here at Sharjah to the highest pedestal. 250.
Oh, what an innings this is. Wasim Akram is run out. Bowled in. Cross-batted shot.
About 5 or 6 meters away from the stumps, he had to just aim it to get rid of Tausif.
242, the last ball coming up. Pakistan require 4. And the crowd here now on their feet. Can you ever have a greater finish than this between these two traditional rivals? As I said, India have played magnificently, Pakistan have played magnificently. At this point, I would say, win or lose is immaterial. The two players having a word with each other, and the crowd waiting patiently and anxiously for the last delivery of the match.
The man of the moment, the man of the match, the man who could bring victory to Pakistan, and the man who stands between India and victory.
खिलाड़ी आउट है जावेद मियांदाद
swept away. Walsh stops it, but he tumbles over, gives Miandad the chance to go for the second. The West Indian fielding has been brilliant and spectacular. Miandad going back for the second. A bit of misfielding, and that is excellent judgment by Javed Miandad. He saw Walsh hesitate and misfield for a fraction, and Walsh recovered fairly quickly, but Miandad, the fine runner that straight past the bowler, a lovely shot. Walsh hadn't even finished his follow-through when the ball flashed past, and the outfield there very slow, as you saw. A lot of dust flying when the fielders run on it, so the ball's slowing up considerably. He goes on to 38. It's 88.
That's driven down to long off. Will cross the line. 4 runs. No stopping that one. And that is Javed Miandad's 50. Reached it with a stroke of authority. There's the cheers from the crowd. Javed Miandad, 51 not out. This is his 29th 50 in Test cricket. He also has 1400s. Lofted. That's 6 runs. Lovely shot. Really launching into Clyde Butts, Javed Miandad. Over long off it went. Jubilation among the spectators. Miandad opening up after tea. Not out, 57. Very thoughtful Clyde Butts, getting the stick at the hands of Javed Miandad. Javed's 50 came in 160 minutes. One Butts. Nice shot, square of the wicket, travelling to the cover point boundary. Will be cut off. Greenwich just flicking it off about inches from the ropes. Good throw in.
32 गेंद बिल्कुल कमेंट्री बॉक्स के नीचे आ रही है. रिची रिचर्डसन गेंद के पीछे शायद ही रोक सकें. 4 रन्स. मियांदाद, मसूद, मार्शल, रमीज हैं बैट्समैन. लैरी गोम्स हैं फील्डर. तेजी के साथ 1 रन और बड़ा राज थ्रो लगी आके, और अंपायर ने आउट करार दिया जावेद मियांदाद. जावेद मियांदाद रन आउट. बदकिस्मती उनकी. डायरेक्ट थ्रो लैरी गोम्स की विकेटों पर आके, और अंपायर रामास्वामी ने उनको रन आउट करार दिया. बहुत ही उदास और बहुत ही उनको अपने आप से शिकायत है कि जावेद मियांदाद जैसा तेज भागने वाला आदमी जो रिस्की रन लेने में अपना जवाब नहीं रखता, वो बिलाकर रन आउट हुआ. तो ये है क्रिकेट के अजीब व गरीब इत्तफाक़ात. तो जावेद मियांदाद 76 रन बनाने के बाद रन आउट.
जो कि मजबूरन ने
देखिए रन आउट दिखा रहे हैं आपको. गेंद खेली.
आप देखेंगे कि रमीज ने काफी मजबूर किया उन्हें. देखिए बहुत लेट जा रहे हैं.
बहुत लेट जा रहे हैं, जबकि रमीज जो है वो आ चुके हैं. डायरेक्ट थ्रो आके अक्सर मिला, और मियांदाद जरा पीछे थे.
That's the 100 for Pakistan. Batsman cross over for a single. 100 posted.
The name of this one.
A nice shot, going to extra cover, 4 runs. Miandad straying in direction there, outside the off stump. Shastri continuing. So, out to long on, Mohammad Azharuddin.
Square cut. Could be 4, but Miandad will certainly take 3 if it doesn't go to the boundary, and it's over the line. 4 runs. From the edge of the crease, and a lovely shot by Miandad, beautifully played through mid-wicket. Sarwakar bowled that from the edge of the crease, trying to angle it across Javed Miandad. That's through mid-wicket again. Arun after it, but they should cut it off. It's going to be a photo finish. 3 more to Miandad.
It's Bharat Arun coming on. Miandad gets a run out to Gopal Sharma at deep mid. Arun to Javed Miandad now. Shot. It's a lovely shot. 4 runs, no stopping that one. Bisected cover and deep mid-off.
Miandad facing Arun. It's going out to the deep square leg boundary, 4 runs, and that is Miandad's 50. And with that 50, he lays a claim to being the man of the series. That's Robin Ghosh and Shabnam. Tahira Sayyed. Obviously, the Pakistan camp delighted with him. Naeem Bukhari. 176 for 2. 177. They would have won it. The score's level. 183 for 2. That's a big hit. And it's down to Sunil Gavaskar, deep mid wicket. It's all over. Yep. Pakistan have won. Their Sheikh Faisal is Dilip Venksaker, and the man of the series.
When the great man walked into bat, here's Steve Waugh bowling to Javed Miandad.
Oh, dropped it. Well, well, well. I think Alan Border had a quiet word with himself there, having made that sensational stop. Suddenly then is presented with quite a straightforward catch. Actually hit very high up on Javed's bat and...
Acceleration. Bowling to Miandad. And through the covers. And I doubt if anyone will cut that one off. Over the boundary it goes, 4 runs. And suddenly both batsmen have decided that it's time to get on and give the crowd their money's worth. That's going to be 4 runs through mid-wicket. What glorious hitting in the last
3 or 4 overs. The crowd had been waiting for this patiently, and now it's coming. Oh, that's beautifully placed out to deep extra cover, and he's coming back for the 3rd. What superb running between the wickets. That's 3 more to Miandad. Goes on to 39 and 125 for the loss of 2 wickets. Davis coming back, that's up in the air, but Wellham will not get under it. In fact, he was running with his head down, and a catch like this, you've got to somehow balance and keep your eyes on the ball.
I think the moment it went up, Derek probably thought that it's going either for a 6 or too far from him, and he didn't bother to look up to see where it is, which in fact he should have done.
And he went in a different direction to the ball. Well, 134 for 2. Miandad gets 2 from that shot. That's a beautiful shot. Oh, what a lovely shot. The shot of the day. Effortless, wristy, and so sweetly timed. So leisurely, he just walked into that and played it to perfection. Miandad on 48 faces Matthews, and that could be his 50. Back foot point, he's cut it to the ball, and that's his 50.
And Javed Miandad might have the last word here. 4 glorious runs. There she goes. And that's 6. 6er. And that's what the small boys have come for.
Four runs to deep square leg. Swept away, square of the wicket. And the writing now very much on the wall. And that's over square leg again. And it's another 4 down to deep square leg. 173 for 4, just a stroke away from victory is Pakistan with 6 wickets in hand. And the crowd now beginning to set up the victory chant. Lead now to Miandad. That's up in the air, and it's victory for Pakistan. A comfortable one, 4 runs. Pakistan the winners by 6 wickets, and we've just heard that the man of the match is Mudassir Nazar. Mudassir Nazar, the man of the match. Miandad unbeaten with 74. Pakistan the victors by 6 wickets.
Good shot. Javed off the mark. Two, very comfortable. Second run, a good throw. We always get little action when Javed is around.
76 for 2. Driven to deep backward point.
Ratanaike returns a wild throw.
Remis is a bit handicapped because he's a stroke player. He strokes the ball.
That's a square cut. The ball running down to the third man area. Rana Tunge after it. And they go through. It's 126 for 2.
Quick outside edge. Runs there for Javed. 4 runs in fact.
Miandad. Full toss, and that could be his 50. Clipped away. Beautiful shot. 50 to Miandad. And Pakistan now past the 160 mark. End of John's over. End of the 37th over. 164 for 2. Miandad on to 52. And there the capacity crowd giving the two players, particularly Miandad, a wonderful applause. Miandad 52 with 2 fours, 59 deliveries.
On 53 slog from Akram. If it comes off, then they've got a big score.
Miandad off for the first one very quickly, coming back for the second. There comes the return. They're home. Miandad facing Guru Singh. Gone through for 1, and he's coming back for the second. .64 to Miandad, 198 for the loss of 3 wickets. That could be 4 runs, and it is. Beautiful cover drive. And that's vintage Miandad. Miandad facing Ratanaike. And that's a big hit. And he's...
That's a very clever shot.
Very fine, very delicate.
Very clever shot.
Ramesh Ratanaike into Miandad.
4 runs. Very good shot.
Two runs. And that's Miandad 100. Tremendous cheering. No point competing against that applause.
That was a very sneaky shot.
Yes,
that was well outside the off stump, and he placed it beautifully.
Standing ovation there for Javed Miandad. This one he very nearly dragged on. Certainly didn't intend it to go in that direction. And that's very well fielded by Ramesh Ratanaike. See that again. He certainly didn't intend it to go there.
No.
Watch Ratanaike go after that ball. He tumbles. Let's ball him. Gone.
He was trying everything.
Yes.
For a long.
So that's the end of Javed Miandad. .259 now for 5. Miandad out for 103. Bowled by
Young का 106.
And Javed plays that one between the keeper and third slip down to third man. That's gone for 4. Neither the keeper nor first slip went for the catch.
And that's a very nice shot. Through the gap on the offside, it was ways away for 4. And that's given this huge crowd here something to cheer about.
जावेद मियांदाद पाकिस्तान के वो वाहिद खिलाड़ी जिन्हें टेस्ट मैचों में 6000 से ज़्यादा रन्स और वनडे मैचों में 4000 से ज़्यादा रन्स बनाने का एजाज़ हासिल है। वाइड का इशारा अंपायर की तरफ से, गेंद बाउंड्री लाइन की तरफ आ रही है और तीसरा रन इमरान खान ने बड़ी तेजी के साथ बनाया।
127 for 3. And the reverse sweep. And that's gone for 4. Mudassir, Wasim Akram.
That was a very good shot.
7 and Imran 70. Cross-batted slog, but it's gone all the way for 4 runs. Well, they have to take a few chances at this stage, and that was a safe shot to play over mid-on.
That is required. We need at least one blazing inning from one of the batsmen.
Javed Miandad's 50. Well played.
On a straight drive rather than hairy-fairy shot.
Through the gap, racing away from the fielder, and that's 4 runs.
बहुत खूबसूरत शॉट मियांदाद का फ्रंट फुट पर स्क्वायर कट, जहां कोई फील्डर मौजूद नहीं था। गेंद बहुत तेजी से बाउंड्री लाइन क्रॉस कर गई। इस 4 रन के साथ मियांदाद का जाती स्कोर 45, पाकिस्तान 148, 2 खिलाड़ियों के नुकसान पर। बहुत खूबसूरत शॉट हारून।
हाँ, काफ़ी अच्छा शॉट था। ऑफ स्टंप से थोड़ा सा बाहर गेंद गिरा, फॉली बनाते हुए इसे कवर और पॉइंट के दरमियान से 4 रन के लिए खेल लिया।
स्वीप मियांदाद का। अब देखना यह है कि उनके बल्ले से लगी है कि पैड से, अंपायर का इशारा। बैट से लगी मियांदाद का एक स्वीप, 4 रन का इजाफा। इस 4 रन के साथ मियांदाद का जाती स्कोर 49।
और उसको इनर एज लगती हुई गेंद फाइन लेग और कीपर के दरमियान से उठती हुई 4 रन के लिए।
1 रन की कमी। शायकीन की बहुत तालियां, बहुत मुस्तरिफ शायकीन 1 रन के लिए कि मियांदाद अपने 50 रन पीटर स्लीप मियांदाद। और ये देखिए मियांदाद ने बहुत तेज़ी से 1 रन बनाकर अपनी निस्फ सेंचुरी मुकम्मल की। शायकीन, तमाम शायकीन का खराज तहसीन मियांदाद को अपनी निस्फ सेंचुरी मुकम्मल करने पर। एक बहुत बड़ी तादाद आज इकबाल स्टेडियम में मौजूद। मियांदाद की बहुत जिम्मेदाराना बैटिंग। खूबसूरत शॉट मियांदाद का, बैक फुट पे स्क्वायर कट के लिए गेंद तेजियों से बाउंड्री लाइन क्रॉस कर गई। 4 रन, बहुत खूबसूरत शॉट। इस 4 रन के साथ मियांदाद का जाती स्कोर 57, पाकिस्तान 161, शोएब मोहम्मद 33। 20 मिनट का ओवर मुकम्मल हुआ। नहायत खूबसूरत शॉट, दिलकश शॉट।
देखें गेंद ऑफ स्टंप से बाहर पड़ा, थोड़ा पीछे था। और
This one is a big one. It's over the Shamianas. 6 runs to Javed Miandad. Sleep pitching the ball just around the leg stump, well up to the batsman. Javed went for the big hit over deep mid wicket, and it's gone for 6. Will take some time to retrieve the ball. Watch it again, Sadiq.
Replay. There's a well-flighted ball. Javed used his feet and hit it over the long on boundary for 6. A very well timed shot, very well calculated shot, and Peter Slip at the moment doesn't know where to bowl him. There it is again. Javed playing a really lofted and a very powerful shot which landed on the Sharmiana.
मियादाद का बहुत खूबसूरत शॉट, फ्रंट फुट पर उन्होंने एक्स्ट्रा जानिब पर शॉट खेला। फील्डर डीन जोन्स गेंद के पीछे 2 रन्स का इजाफा। इस 2 रन्स के साथ मियादाद का जाती स्कोर 77।
Should not take a single there, knowing that Tim May has bowled whole day and is a little bit tired, and he might bowl a couple of loose ball. Ooh, that's the 4th time he has beaten Javed outside the
101, and what a marvellous 100 this has been. Compact defence, some magnificent strokes. Javed reaching his 19th 100 in his test career and coming at a very, very good time when Pakistan, having made a good start of 64, had
for 2, having lost the wickets of Sharjah for 2, and now Mudassar run out for 10. Javed Miandad. Will they come back for the second? Yes, they will. So Pakistan batsmen averaging 4 or 5 runs every over.
There's Nabil for a caught behind. And the wicketkeeper came running down. Maninder a little disappointed. Miandad standing his ground, and we'll watch the replay soon.
Here's Money going into ball. And Miandad has shaped to cut that ball, late cut that ball. There's very little you can tell from the action replay which we've seen.
And this time he gets a late cut. It's running down to 3rd man. It's going to be 4 runs. 4 to Miandad, 66 for 2. Very delicately late cut there. Another square cut. This time it's going to be 4 to the 3rd man boundary. 4 more to Miandad, and he's cutting loose. Some superb stroke play. End of the over. And Pakistan now 70 for 2.
Javed Miandad. Well, it's swept fine. We'll wait for the umpire signal. Whether he got a touch to it, might go through to the boundary. 4 runs.
That was a very bad ball.
Shastri to Miandad. Swept once again. Maninder having to do a bit of overtime here. Two more. .56. Javed Miandad now looking for his 50. He's 1 short. Hirwani coming in to bowl to him. That's going to be it. That's Javed Miandad 50. The applause go up from the supporters. He acknowledges it with raising his bat. And that is a very well played 50 by Javed Miandad.
Yet another score of 50 by Javed at this Sharjah cricket ground.
Apish, and that could be close. They are both at one end. There has to be a run out, and it's over. Oh, what a horrible mix-up for Pakistan. But the break that India were looking for, Miandad run out, and that's a very important wicket. And I would say the game has swung on an even basis again.
Yes, Miandad swept the ball to fine leg. I just have a feeling that Miandad was not aware that Vengsarkar had moved himself far enough. When More collected Vengsarkar's throw and lobbed it back to Shastri, Miandad very sportingly walked out because Salim Malik is batting 92 and is quite capable of tearing the attack apart.
Already had 113 runs on the board. Here's Carl Hooper bowling to Javed Miandad.
Off the mark. Walsh there at long on. Going back for the second, they'll have to hurry. Make it. Good running by Ramiz Raja in particular.
Hard and high, on the back wicket, and over the boundary for 6.
No question about it. The moment it struck that ball was gone, out of the ground. What a magnificent shot by Javed. It reminds one of perhaps the most famous shot in one-day cricket, that 6 on the last delivery in the match against India.
That's what Miandad's value to this team is. There he is picking up singles and upsetting the rhythm of the bowler as well as the fielders, and then suddenly picking up a reasonably good length ball.
And that's another one. It's a pick. No question of the one either. In fact, he's timing them so beautifully, hitting the ball with such power. And as if you were saying that what change has one day cricket brought, well, fast bowlers being hit for sixes is another one.
Yes, it is. I was just about to mention that, because in the last match, I think the West Indian fast bowlers were magnificent in the opening spell. And Srikanth changed the whole situation when he hit 3 sixes of Harper. And one was feeling sorry that spinners come under so much pressure. But here the situation is reversed. In fact, the spinners bowl much better than the fast bowlers, contain the Pakistani batsmen. But here, Miandad taking the fast bowler apart.
Oh, he's on a hat-trick of sixes. And it should be 4. And it is 6, 6 and a 4. And just look at the crowd, getting their money's worth. 194 for 2. Up in the air, well clear of the fielder. It's going to be 4 runs to deep mid-wicket, and that's the 50 for Miandad. What a beautiful innings from him, a scintillating one, really the most enjoyable one, and the crowd applauding him, enjoying every minute of it. He's given them their money's worth, as he always done.
Hit that. Well, you knew the moment he hit that it was 6 or 4 because he had pre-selected the area. It's that area which Javed's been tilting for.
There's no one deep on the boundary line because the fine leg was up. He'll pick up 2. Some chance of a run out there. No, diving Ijaz just about making it home. But again the cheek and impertinence runs of Javed Miandad. Not quite where he wanted, but he might still pick up 4 runs. He stopped right on the boundary line by Hooper rather.
Very good throwing.
That's in there. Hooper has caught him. Down it long on, straight down his throat. And a glorious innings by Miandad comes to an end.
So Javed Miandad once again anchored the Pakistan batting. Top.
Short again. Well, the outfield's a bit spongy. Miandad tended to chop that into the ground, and it won't go to the fence. Andrew Jones has the chase, but there's 3 very comfortably for Javed Miandad. So he's 23 now, and it's 88 for 2. Martin Crowe takes the sting off it. And the Pakistan 100 is... Miandad's gone for the doctor here. And away to the fence at mid-wicket for 4 runs. Goes again, right across the line, but he's got 4 more, this time behind square. So Miandad with 2 successive boundaries races into the 40. Miandad with a nice cut just behind point. Robert Bounces chasing, but that's going to be 4. The Chatfield dropping at 2 shorts. Javed Miandad very quickly into position, and there was 4 runs there for the taking. Danny Morrison with the chase out from mid-on. 1 more to Javed Miandad, and that is the century partnership between Shoaib and Javed Miandad. The end of the over at 154. Javed's got it past Chatfield. The ball won't go to the fence, but they could well run 3 here very comfortably. This time it's going to be 4. Third man's unprotected. Miandad getting hold of that cut shot, and Chatfield again paying the penalty for dropping it just a little too short. Javed just rocking onto that back. Bowling to Javed. That's a trademark shot of Javed Miandad. Chase on here for John Wright. The new ball has been taken, so this is over number 86. There's 4 to go before the minimum number for the day has been...
Well, full toss, and Javed almost cleaned out his partner, Shoaib, and he's got it down to the fence for 4 runs. Well, that's a lively start to the morning's play.
Well, it is. It was a big full toss. I think it surprised Javed Miandad, who actually hit it in the air. It surprised Shoaib at the other end even more. Let's see where it went. It was a big full toss. He didn't really get hold of it that well. Just about hit Shoaib and ran away.
Attempted Yorker by Morrison, and Javed has worked it nicely away. John Wright has the chase, and the batsmen have taken 2. They're going to look for the 3rd, and that's well run. Very quick between the wickets, Javed, and he moves now to 98. And here it comes, another century for Javed Miandad as the ball heads out to the fence, and 4 runs. So what a way to get to his 100, his 20th in Test matches.
By Javed Miandad. He came out, Pakistan didn't have much to bat for in the sense of winning the game, but they had to save it, so he had to do a lot of work. Occupied the crease for a long time yesterday. A world-class player, and he's through to his 20th Test century.
Nicely played by Miandad. Chance, at least a chase for Martin Crowe. Classic comment from Javed Miandad yesterday when Ewan Chatfield was trundling them down, that he shouted back up the pitch, $40,000 to take you to Pakistan to be used as a bowling machine. Bowling to Javed Miandad. Once again, Chatfield has the chase. Batsmen have completed 2, and they'll probably go for 1 on Chatfield's throw. They will, so 3 runs. And a very expensive opening over here from John Bracewell. He's conceded 10 runs. Pakistan 268 for 2. Richard Hadley back for another burst before lunch, bowling to Javed Miandad. Oh, fell for LBW's out. Richard Hadley has finally broken the partnership, and New Zealand have their first wicket for a day.
Javed Miandad out, LBW bowled Richard Hadley. 118.
Miandad comes down, lofts it high and hard. What a great shot. That's 6 runs. And it's caught in the stand, in fact. Well, that was a good catch, but unfortunately for New Zealand, it was in the stand. Definitely 6 runs. And he's played that shot very well, hasn't he? And to give himself a little room and hit it down sort of over a wide-ish long off. Oh, good looking. Oh, that's 4 more. And doesn't he play that shot beautifully? And he's gone for that one. Where's that one gone? It's 4 runs. Over mid-wicket, 1 bounce, 4 more. And that's the end of the over. 254 for 2. Well, Javed Miandad's a bit lucky there. He went to hit Jones over the top. He didn't get hold of it. And in the meantime, Mark Brakebush, a great save out there. He's been rather well known for those, hurling himself at the ball. But going back to the shot, he was a wee bit lucky to get away with that one, Henry, I think. It's these sort of pitches, oh, that's a good shot. 4 more. Hasn't he placed those well, too? Richard Hadley, that just seemed to keep running away from Richard Hadley.
Calling for the short single, and it's been duly completed. There's 150 for Miandad. Just wide of third slip, 4 runs. Moral victory for Hadley, but of course they don't count really. And Miandad takes another boundary.
Great shot. 4 runs down to third man. Somewhat unusual shot considering the place the ball finally finished up in. This time off the back foot. That'll be 4 more.
I suppose when we criticise John Bracewell for bowling down leg side, and he tried to put it outside the off stump.
4 runs off the edge for Javed Miandad. The outfield slowed up a little bit with the rain we've had, but it gets to the rope comfortably. Miandad goes to 191. That's the Pakistan 350 posted.
Bang, and away it goes, and it'll be 6 runs. What a shot, and another double century for Javed Miandad.
So much for a tickle on the leg side. It was a wonderful way to get there, wasn't it? It was also the stroke of a supremely competent man, wasn't it?
What a great shot. Runs out through the covers. Great use of the feet again to the spin bowler.
He could have got there with a 6. Now he's going even more sort of porkily and slowly, isn't he? Approaching his 250. I wonder if he'll try and get that with a 6 in just a moment.
Full range of scoring shots from Javed Miandad as he faces John Bracewell. Henry, you read him well. Not with a 6, but with a 4, and 250 for Javed Miandad. He's 253. Pakistan 54 for 4.
Well, what a marvellous, marvellous innings. A little battleship for cricketer, isn't he?
Well, he's gone. Ewan Chatfield's got Javed Miandad. Took the edge. Ian Smith, the ever-ready Smith, dives away to his right and picks up the catch, and what a good catch it was. So Javed Miandad is finally out, 271. And the crowd rising here at Eden Park. A magnificent innings, magnificent display of concentration, shot-making, footwork. We've really had the lot.
And that showed too again. Smith, look at Smith. How he's dived for that after nearly 2 days in the field. He's
that a new number for him. 1 down in the last 3 matches.
तमाशाइयों से भरा हुआ बहुत ही फाइन कट किया है जावेद मियांदाद ने. थर्ड मैन की जानिब बॉल गई और 4 रन. अभी तक वर्ल्ड कप की प्रिपरेशन
over in progress, and Javed sweeping very fine to the fine leg boundary, and that just crosses the line. So it was a very well played here.
Well, it was a ball delivery outside the leg step, well pitched up.
And Javed again sweeping very fine this time. Rolling off. Madhura Singh gave for 4 again, playing very fine sweep. And outside the off stump, and very well. A square cut on the front foot by Javed, and Madhura Singh to Javed, and his backhanded sweep. Yes. That's another good shot from Javed, and this time we'll see whether he gets his 50 or not. Yes, he has. So both the batsmen have got their 50, well-deserved 50, and well played both of you. The fall of Ramesh Raja running on the danger area, and this time again the same shot repeatedly played by Javed, and this time is going to the third man boundary, has gone for 4. So
मियांदाद 14 और रिवर्स स्वीप किया है मियांदाद ने. 4 रन. ऑफ स्टंप से थोड़ी बाहर बॉल और उसे ऊंचा शॉट जावेद मियांदाद का मिड विकेट के ऊपर से होती हुई गेंद बाउंड्री. ऊंचा शॉट जावेद मियांदाद का. 4 रन मिडिल और लेग स्टंप पर गिरी हुई गेंद उठते हुए, और इस तरह ये चौका हासिल किया जावेद मियांदाद ने.
बहुत खूबसूरत शॉट जावेद मियांदाद का मिड विकेट पे.
और पाकिस्तान टीम के कप्तान के लिए बड़ा खुशी का मुकाम, और इस मरतबा पॉइंट की जानिब खेलकर अच्छी फील्डिंग की है. आखिरी लम्हात में गुरु सिन्हा ने 2 रन हासिल किए. खूबसूरत शॉट जावेद मियांदाद का. 4 रन. इस मरतबा जावेद मियांदाद ने जगह बनाई और डीप थर्ड मैन की जानिब पीछे हटे, और ये
तकरीबन मिडिल और लेग स्टंप पे था और बहुत अच्छा शॉट.
और इन 4 रन के साथ पाकिस्तान के 200 रन मुकम्मल हुए. 201 2 खिलाड़ियों के नुकसान पर. खूबसूरत शॉट जावेद मियांदाद का. ऑफ स्टंप से बाहर गिरी हुई गेंद उसे फ्रंट फुट पे कट के.
ये देखो बहुत खूबसूरत शॉट.
मियांदाद सामने किया और 1 रन हासिल किया, और इस तरह जावेद मियांदाद ने अपनी सेंचुरी मुकम्मल की. शानदार इनिंग जावेद मियांदाद. अशाइयों से दाद लेते हुए अरविंदा डी सिल्वा नजीम ने मुबारकबाद दी. ओवर. ऊंचा शॉट जावेद मियांदाद का और 6 रन. कदमों का इस्तेमाल और ऊंचा शॉट जावेद मियांदाद का. 6 रन. 7 रन बनाए. पाकिस्तान की जानिब से जावेद मियांदाद सबसे कामयाब बैट्समैन रहे. उन्होंने नंबर 3 पोजीशन पर आकर बैटिंग करते हुए भरपूर अंदाज में बैटिंग की और 115 रन बनाकर नॉट आउट रहे. बॉलर 60 रन बनाए. मियांदाद नॉट आउट रहे. 115 रन की शानदार इनिंग.
Come out to do the job, and look at the experience he's had. He's been around forever. 178 innings, 23 hundreds, a higher score of 280, and an average well up in the 50s. One of the great players of all time, and the DB draft player profile shows that. Javed gets off the mark and takes Pakistan to 5. but it's 5 for 2.
And there's a big gap down through mid-on there, and Javed has found that gap, and he'll have time for at least 2, and maybe even contemplate a third. Yes, he is going to run a third as Michael Owens finally gets to the ball, and that was a good shot by Javed, basically just pushing down the line, but there's lovely looking shot from Javed. He's got it through. He's got past 2 New Zealand players, and a big chase for Ken Rutherford. He has to give it away. That's a lovely shot by Javed Miandad. Here he comes again, and it's down through mid-on for 4 more. Not wasting any time at all. His second boundary in the over. Oh, dear me. Bat onto the pad there. That could have gone anywhere. The 2 fieldsmen hovering close.
7 for 5. Javed Miandad is not out 45.
That's a beautiful shot. Shot of the day. Javed Miandad, 4 runs. That's an outside edge, but that's going to be 50 for Javed Miandad. Running away to the boundary. And it's 4, and it's another Test 50 for Javed Miandad.
His second Test 50 wasn't a classic shot to get his 50. Bit of an outside edge, but enough bat. And on this very quick outfield here at Hamilton, racing away for 4.
Pakistan 100 is up as well. Oh, that's a lovely shot by Javed Miandad. That's to the boundary. No doubt about that one. Full toss. And it's through for 4 more. Blair Hartland couldn't get across, and that wasn't a great delivery from Owens, but Javed put it away again. Big wicket for New Zealand just before tea. Pakistan's captain is out for 92.
Well, you said the 100 was in his sights, now it's out of his sights. Sewer bowling an in-swinger again, like the previous little bit, but better length. Miandad's getting an inside edge, and the castle knocked over. Great wicket for New Zealand, Grant.
Top batting effort by Javed Miandad. He's out for 92. It's 176 for 7. Oh, that was a beauty too, and Jones was able to get down on it. And Javed Miandad almost threw the stumps down. Miandad actually fashioned the throw down to the bowler's end, but instead threw it at the good swinging Yorker.
Jones does well to dig it out. And there's Miandad desperate for wicket and a shy at the stumps.
Andrew Jones having a bit of a dream. Now look, he's looking one way and throws the other. And doesn't miss by too much. Goodness me.
That was a sort of tricky sort of typical Javed Miandad throw.
Needing 66 to win this match now, and still those 7.
That was really travelling. That's exactly what I had in mind.
That's a huge hit. 6 runs. And Brian McMillan's day of misery continues. Right in the groove, and a big hit by Javed Miandad.
Just indicates, Trevor, how set he is, because it wasn't all that bad a ball.
Brian McMillan will be very pleased when his last over, his 10th and last over, will be over.
was up in the air, but it's going to fall safely. And the spin beat Hansi Cornier on the boundary there. And Donald is a bit angry with his fielder there. And 4 more runs. Another big hit. And that's 4 runs, 1 bounce this time. And Alan Donald not often treated like that. So another expensive over. 10 from that one. Just look at that for a shot. 4 of the most glorious runs you'll ever hope to see.
Unbelievable, Trevor. This is what I was telling you about. When you see the master at work, these shots are not in the textbook.
That was quite beautifully played of one of the world's great fast bowlers. Look how he stepped away with that left leg of his to give himself room, and he improvised the shot. It was far too full really to play this shorter shot. Oh, but he opened the face of the bat, and that was a delight to watch. And that will be his 100. And I do hope that this border crowd, and believe me, they should be on their feet, because they have witnessed a magnificent innings from the little Pakistani master. And certainly his teammates do appreciate it.
I go further, Trevor. It's been a privilege, really, not only for all those watching him, but even for people like yourself and myself, to watch an innings like this.
And it's been a marvellous innings. His 800 in limited over international. Miandad opens his shoulders and hits Fani de Villiers for a huge 6.
Look at that hit, off the meat of the bat, clearing the boundary into the crowd.
Fani de Villiers with the last ball. And it was a full toss that he didn't get hold of it really. They're going to go for a second anyway. It'll be disappointing if Miandad is run out, which he is. But he had to go and hope that the return would not be good from Hansi Cornier. It was good. And Errol Stewart whipped off the bails, and a pity that Javed Miandad should lose his wicket off the very last ball, but all in the cause of his side, hoping for that one extra precious run, but it wasn't to be. Hansi Cornier with a good bit of fielding, and Javed Miandad run out by a mile. But what an innings.
Yes, what an innings.
Beautiful shot. Great shot by Javed. And here, this is the strength of Javed. He's one of the best players of spin bowling. Just watch this now. Pin drop silence in the crowd. A wonderful shot. And Richie, this must be the first 4 Javed has hit.
That's safe.
That's
now.
A great shot. Between the 2 fielders. Here we see him placing it exactly between the 2 fielders while Raju is trying to bowl these Yorkers, which turned out to be a full toss.